I think the best way I can use to begin describing Pony Island is that this may very well be creepypasta the game. We get all the typical elements you find in a creepypasta about the typical video game possessed by a demon, but unlike the typical creepypastas you see out there in the internet and everything you usually see on games based on creepypastas, Pony Island manages to be its own self-contained thing. And it manages to do that by breaking the standards of many other metagames and creepypasta games and spilling the beans about what this game is about right off the start from the very store page on Steam. Now, while Pony Island is indeed a puzzle game overall, it manages to complement itself with both the story and by making you play through the titular Pony Island, starting with levels that go from very mundane to very well crafted and at some points pretty challenging. The puzzles themselves are not too different from something you will find in games like BioShock. You have to move tiles that do different things to make sure that a key of code makes it through to the goal and get to the next part of the game. They are very simple and can be pretty easy to do at first, but much like with the endless run part of the game, it can also get challenging to figure out. At least challenging enough to be fun, but not challenging on a level that you will get stuck completely. The overall pacing in this game is actually really good, although it will also depend greatly on how much you are into puzzles or if you actually get to enjoy the Pony Island part of Pony Island. So, in order to prevent the core mechanics of the game from becoming very monotonous and outstaying their welcome, the game gets you to fiddle around with the interface of the arcade machine, bringing elements that are very familiar from computers of several ages, at least that's the way I perceive them, to the point you might actually feel you're messing around in somebody else's profile on their personal computer, which in itself is very amusing, and it actually fleshes out the story of this game, which, as I said, takes a very creepypasta-like approach, but it does it in a way that it doesn't feel too pretentious, and it is also in a way that can be pretty engaging, once again depending on how much you are into these kind of things. In terms of length, this game takes about 3 to 4 hours to beat. Going out of your way to get all of the collectibles and going for all of the secret endings is going to increase that playtime to 5 to 6 hours, which was the time I managed to clock in order to get all of the achievements, and even then, there were still other secrets that I had failed to discover. Overall, Pony Island is a very good game. For its $5 price tag, it offers you a healthy amount of content to keep you entertained, and it is the kind of game that it knows exactly what it is, and it's not afraid to have some fun with it. And that's why I'm personally giving the game an 8 out of 10. I recommend it wholeheartedly if you are a fan of puzzle games, and if you're not a fan of puzzle games, well, you can't really go wrong with a $5 price tag, especially since the game takes more than 2 hours to complete, and it can be enough to get you to decide if you would like to use the Steam refund service or not. So yeah, this has been my review of Pony Island. I really wish I could go into more detail about the things that made me enjoy this game so much, but if I were to do that, I will completely spoil the experience for those of you who might want to give the game a shot yourselves. So with that note in mind, I'm going to tell you that is going to be it for this video, so thank you very much for watching, and as usual, I'll be seeing you all in the next one.